Mount-on bracket. The support on the right. It is held in place by 2 screws. After the client received it, 2 screws for 1 tightening. We should be able to secure our right brace, so the bracket on the left is the same operation. We look head-on at a bracket mount on the left-hand side. It is also fixed by 2 screws. Later, when the customer is assembling, screw it to the left. Then put the handle on the one. Just put it in the order we want it. First of all, after we receive the machine, it's got a stand and a handle. It is necessary to give the machine a water injection. Then we need to prepare our CPC when we add water. And that is stuck in the middle of our instrument, above this interface. Final second part from top down. We're plugged into the first part. When we plug in these 2 tools, we can start a water adding operation. So we add water. It's our usual pure water. It can be added to the overflow hole of our instrument. Afferent. Our instruments are already filled with water. You can stop adding water. We can take this off of it. There's a way to get it. From our left. And then hold down this spring. It just pops up. When it pops out, we pull it out. And this hole at the bottom is a drain hole. Usually after a month or 2, customers can change the water once. While this water is been in there for a long time, produce something. There may be a blockage situation. We put CPC in our drain hole. Then we put the funnel in the water hole. In this way, the water inside will be drained naturally. Once drained, we repeat the process of adding water. This handle and this handle are in operation. It is necessary to have water in the state before you can run A. Especially our S handle, you have to have water. After we fill it up with water, you can perform an installation and operation. So let's talk about this on the handle. How does it go about making an installation? First, the handle. We've got it all packed up now. When the client gets it, it requires him to assemble it himself. Alright, let's look at all the interfaces in the back here. First, we perform a scissor solution from left to right. On first is our private handle, which is what we have now. Its private handle is on. It's plugged into our hole. Then you need to pay attention to one thing when installing. When making sure it is above the joint of a car slot, its location at our interface, it has to correspond. Just make sure you line it before you plug it in. Otherwise, if you stick it in, it's easy to break our handle and its hard pin. Alignment insert heard song. That means it's already stuck. Single bank handle. Both interfaces are the same. Then how do the customers divide the words? Just divide it from left to right. First private, the second is a single row. and they both have the same connection. A single row installation will not be demonstrated here. And then there's RS handle installation. Let's take it off first. Good thing it was installed. We need to make sure this joint is up. There's no water on our corner of the eye. Okay, there's no water. If there's water, we must blot and wipe it with paper towels. Okay, this handle is being installed. We're going straight to this one with the tail lock. And just point it at our machine and push it in. Well, when it's stuck, there's also a voice cue. When we get stuck, you can try to pull it out alone. If you can't pull it off, it's already locked. If the client needs to take it off, then we need to apply pressure. A button on both sides. Simultaneously press. So you can take it off. So we can see these two handles on our side. It's all gold microneedle handle. Their installation methods are also the same. Let's show you one. Let's see how many stars this joint is. Okay, we'll see. Target this part on our mainframe. And then when we were inserting it, it is also designed with a groove. We have this groove aligned to this point. Direct plug. The operation of the other handle is the same. Okay, so this is one of our gold micro lamps. Handle installation. And then there's our freezing multi-bank handle. How is installed look here. Let's take it off first. Okay, now that's what it looks like. This is one of its joints. At least when it's time to install, because our joint has a T-shape. And then we mostly do it when we're faking it, align this shape. Just plug it in. After plugging, just tighten the screws on both sides. Okay, that's it. And then there are our next two. And this one in the middle. And this hole over here. What about this machine of ours? It comes with a cold hammer. But the cold hammer is free. Free. It's a free gift, so to speak. So when we were installing the cold hammer, just stick it right here. There is also a power point to locate. We line it and plug it in. Cold hammer, we didn't make this bracket to put it like this. We can put it on top, or put it on our desk. And then we'll talk about it. Here's an installation of a private detection tube. It's one of his private test tubes. When we install it, it's this end. Just plug it into this metal to metal joint. It was done very simply. On gold microneedles. It has to work with a full switch. Two matching feet. It needs to be assembled into the machine. The location parts are all 4 stars. Just point it straight at the card. Remember to install the feet on both sides. this machine, as well as its probe mounted on a mount. First, let's look at our cold hammer handle. It counts the skin, a function that soothes the skin as well as shrinks pores. And then the four handles on our left. Its main technology is HEP technology. It's functionally similar. First up is our single row handle. What it does is it gives a lift to the face, anti-wrinkle and anti-aging. Physically, it is used for body shaping and weight loss. The same is true of all rows. But more than one row, it adds a freezing point feature. The effect of this freezing point is very big. While we were operating the head, some customers will give feedback. The base is very hot in the cleaning. This temperature may be difficult to accept. In the clinical time, there is also a certain sense of pain. What about one of our designs for this freezing point? That's where it comes in. It can relieve our pain. It can also reduce the amount of heat brought in during operation. And that is private. Privacy handle clause is used to shrink and soften our vulva. But its main function is the contraction of the vagina. And then our S sculpture. The S sculpture only hits one point when it hits. He added to it, too, a freezing function. How about this function? The same is true with our multiple discs. Can greatly relieve our patients. It brings a sense of pain and heat during operation. And then there's our golden microneedle door. Microneedles have several kinds of needles, so we can manipulate pockmarks on the face. One removal of pimple marks. It can also be used to remove wrinkles, like we have some acne up there. It can also be used as a treatment. Physical words, stretch marks, shape, weight loss can also be an operation with this. There is a handle on the assembly of a probe. Let's go through each of them now. The first is a single row. You can take it out by pressing down on the button. When you plug it in, we just have to loosen this button. It can be locked. Press and hold the buttons on both sides to unplug the probe. You don't need to hold it down when you plug it in. We just plug it in. Our private handle. The probe is directly inserted and removed. We just need to find the slot that corresponds to it. Just plug it in. As handle is also straight in and out. But let's be careful. It is a water cycle through the machine. It went on our handle. So at the time of installation, just make sure here. The pins in this place should not touch the water. If there is water, you must wipe it clean before installing the probe. This place needs to be checked out as well. No water can touch our holes. And then we align it and we just insert it. When you stick it in, make sure you stick it in where we connect the handle to the probe. There are no gaps. There's just not a big gap. If any, you just didn't finish the installation. then there's the handle on our bracket. The button must be placed towards our gap. Don't face in, because if you're facing inside, it's easy to hit our button. It just keeps working. This client needs some attention. Probe mounting of microneedle handle. The needle mounting is the same for both handles. When we install it, point the needle. After plugging, it will pass a card position to tighten our needle. When the top and bottom of this clip tighten, the installation is complete.